welcome once again to the Den of Doom, where we get to cycle and maybe I'm going to give you some top tips today. Today's session is an aerobic bulk session. It's just 40 minutes. It's an optional session on most people's programs, just to spin those legs out and work that aerobic base for just a little bit longer. If you've got the energy and if you've got the time, why not cycle along with me for this aerobic base session? We're going to talk a little bit about our calorie intake, basic metabolic rate and resting metabolic rate. So we want to look at how we can lift that and the consequences of not eating sufficiently. Okay, so if you're ready, I have my watch in hand. Getting a bit wild today, I think. Hair's a bit all over the place. Nothing like a busy session. Absolutely pouring down at the moment, so we're going to look at this. It can be used as a recovery session, or as I said, just to help build that aerobic bulk. You can do it straight after a run. You can do it in order on a Monday morning if your legs are feeling a little bit tired, in order to aid recovery. Okay, so I've got start the timer to begin workload, so I'm going to begin that in 3, 2, 1, and off we go. Right, so let's have a look who's on board today. So I've got Mark and Will. I'm hoping you're expanding that aerobic base for me, helping those legs flush through after the run. I know how much you love these call outs, so welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I'm just going to make sure that I am in my zone. So it's going to be aerobic, which means it's below an RPE, rate of perceived exertion, of 7 throughout the entire effort. We're going to build up through the gears and increase the power that we're putting through the pedals. Brilliant. And Freya, well done, some good rides with the belt recently. We're getting some great gains in power. I'm really pleased. And Katrin, massive jump, well done. It's all about consistent training and not doing any extra. You know who you are. That's it. Keep those legs spinning. Get the cadence nice and steady. We want it to be about 90 RPM. That's 90 revolutions per minute, counting only one leg. So I've got the cardigan on to start off with, just to keep myself ready. Whew. Now clearly, I'm going to talk about the metabolic impact of exercise. We know that if we exercise, we burn calories. Fantastic. That's a great thing. Means we can eat more. However, lots of people actually don't eat enough to replace A, the calories that they burn during the exercise, or B, the calories that need replacing afterwards. So we can have an elevated metabolic rate after a hard endurance effort for anything up to 48 hours, where we are in need of making sure that our glycogen stores are fully restocked. That means that we need to get that food into our system and absorbed. So if you've done an hour, hour and a half, 2-hour run, then you really need to think about what you're eating for the next 2 days, possibly, depending on the intensity of that run. Now, I quite often get people telling me they're struggling to lose weight, but they're still doing lots of exercise. And there's an awful lot of it is to do with hormones, but also a lot of it is because if we increase our exercise and our lean muscle mass, yes, we are actually going to increase our metabolic rate at rest. But if we don't give our body sufficient calories throughout the time, A, when we're exercising, or B, when we're not, when we're at rest, we can actually paradoxically reverse that, and our body will go into that starvation mode where it holds on to the calories that you're taking in. Rather than letting you use them effectively for work purposes, it just holds on. Getting warm now. So quite often you'll read in 220 and other magazines when they've spoken with nutritionists, they're told to eat more, not less. And most people go into a panic when they're told to eat more, because they're thinking, how on earth am I going to lose weight if I eat more food? So for the last week or so, I thought I would experiment with this. I have put on a few poundages over Christmas, mainly due to drinking hot chocolate with cream and marshmallows. Sarah, Thomas, I saw one of those on your page the other day. Aren't they lovely? No harm in drinking the odd one, but when it becomes a 4 times a day habit, might be something you want to stop doing. Okay, we're going to change gear in 15 seconds. In 10. So 1 gear harder. And we take it up. So we've got 10 minutes in this gear. Again, trying to keep a 90 cadence. Oops, I'll leave it there. Yeah, good. So as I said, if you're not fueling your metabolism and your exercise correctly, you can actually end up reducing your resting metabolic rate. And it becomes a vicious circle, and you carry that little bit in reserve all the time because your body doesn't know what the heck you're playing at. And as I said, over Christmas I put on a few pounds, and I've spoken with a friend who's a nutritionist, Amy Desborough at Eat Well, Feel Well nutrition company, and we are looking now for me to eat a little bit more, adapt my diet a little bit in order to get rid of those Christmas pounds. I've never been the leanest of athletes. Granted, I'm definitely not obese. I think the lowest my body fat percentage has ever been is 19-20. But generally I hover at about 26, 28%. Measured it the other night, 30% fatty, sitting here. So I'd like to get back down to about 25, 26 and be comfortable with that. It's not always about the weight of the scales, it's about how much body fat you're actually carrying. So in order to do that, we've been looking at my calorific intake versus my normal metabolic rate with the additional exercise on top. For the past couple of days, I've probably been in deficit about 500 calories, which makes me think, oh, how did I put on weight then from those chocolates? But clearly it's not about what you put in your body or how much you eat, how many calories you put in your body, but what you're putting in your body. So calories can come in all sorts of shapes and forms. You've got your good calories and you've got your bad calories. So I'm going to increase my protein intake, making sure I've got a little bit more protein in every meal. And obviously take in more veg. Who doesn't love a bit of veg? And we'll see how it goes. So I will keep you updated. But the fact that we as endurance athletes can reduce our metabolic rate by not fueling effectively is something that's really worth thinking about. And if your energy isn't being used for your exercise, you're never going to reach your full potential. Because it's sitting there, you give my arms a shake each time, the bingo wings are holding you back. And of course there's lots of research going on with regards to the menopause and how our hormonal changes adapt our calorie usage. We struggle to not produce, but to work with fructose in the same way. Ladies, gentlemen, you're okay. But fructose isn't absorbed in the same way, and therefore we're not getting the benefits from it. So excessive amount of fruit, which we always like to eat when we're on a watching what I eat diet, may not be the best way to go. So I'm going to be, over the next couple of weeks, experimenting with not major drastic changes, but adaptations to my diet to see how much that eat more to weigh less. Fantastic. And one good thing to remember, eating actually boosts your metabolic rate. You all know that celery, isn't it? We have celery, we burn more calories eating it than we actually do absorbing it. And celery is high in iron. And iron improves your vitamin C absorption. Vitamin C is essential, fighting off colds and flus. So that celery, with your cup of orange juice, or will help you to absorb the vitamin C, fight off infection. Iron prevents anemia, and ultimately will give you more energy. It's a win-win situation. So think about what you're eating. Think about the glycemic index of what you're eating. That means how quickly it's processed by the body and converted into usable energy. So how are we going with this cycling? Aerobic bulk and an education. So today's breakfast, I had a third of a cup of porridge, whole milk, and 4 dates, 4 apricots, teaspoonful of chia seeds, tablespoonful of sunflower seeds, a banana, and that was my breakfast. Quite sufficient for me. I think it's about 400 calories. And then for my break, just had some whole milk toast and butter. That's all for a quick snack. What I am trying to do is obviously stay away from those zero nutrient-based calories, which are the penguins, the hot chocolates. Instead of hot chocolate, I've been drinking lemon water with a teaspoon of honey and some ginger. And ginger has anti-inflammatory properties to it. So again, another good element going into my body. Helps with the blood flow. And of course, helps with nausea if you're seasick. Brilliant, keep it going. We'll do a few counts shortly. Hi Kate and Camilla. Well done girls. Good to have you on board. Some strong running coming along out of you guys as well. Not just the bikes. At this time of year, to be honest with you, I'm surprised that we're having such big gains. Don't be disheartened if you're not. We're just coming out of Christmas. Training in earnest is now beginning. So for you to be where you were in August, September was absolutely phenomenal. And nobody was below where they were back in August, September. So we've held on to that level of fitness that we gained last year. And we should be moving. I want to sing it, you know what I do. Moving on up. Yeah, moving on up, moving on out. It's all going brilliantly. I'm getting reports that people are enjoying their running more. feeling strong, going for longer. If you're working on that endurance, your speed may increase a little bit, but unless you do specific strength and speed training, it will plateau. But you will be able to go further for longer. Don't worry if the speed hasn't come, especially if you're going longer and feeling comfortable and enjoying it. So brilliant effort, well done everybody. We'll do a count in 10 seconds. Okay, ready to count? And count. Okay, I was only on 88. Okay, I counted to 30 and not 15. Brain was drifting. Go down one. We've got 15 minutes, and then we work our way easier again. So this one we just got to hold. Got to lift my cadence. All this chit-chatting, and I can see that I've let it drop. Practice that cadence work. The next bike ride is a cadence session. Single leg work. It's all focusing on making you a more efficient athlete without killing yourself. Every session doesn't have to be balls out. Get ready? I'll try and do 15. And count. $23 for me. So I'm over 90. 92. Try and get up there, guys. Definitely over that 80 now. 80 is like the magic number when we start to leak energy if you go below it. Hopefully you've got some nice music on in the background. I haven't got anything plugged in today. So you won't get any sing-songs. Well, you might get one or two. Good. Keep those legs spinning. Come on, Freya. Ease back a gear. Get those legs spinning faster. Well done. Come on, Glyn. Well done, Glyn. Really good to have you with us. Nice easy gear. Keep them spinning. It's only a 40-minute session in total today. Let's see how far in we are. And we're like nearly halfway there. Brilliant, well done. Go on, Sean. Don't give you a fright. No drifting off in your own little world now, Sean. Keep that cadence going. Brilliant, come on. Absolutely fantastic. This is the hardest it's going to get. It's going to get easier after this. Hold on to this. If you chose the right gears, it should be okay. Come on, Sarah. Well done. Absolutely brilliant. Keep them moving. Get ready to count in 9 seconds. Count a different leg this time, remember. And count. "23 again for me." What did you get? Nearly there. Awesome. You should be able to talk to me. If I need to know what you had for breakfast, type it in the box below. Can't decide what to have for lunch yet though. Salmon, I'm thinking, with some rice and salad. Ready to count and count. Come on, Brenta, well done. Know you're hiding there in the back. Fantastic. Keep focus, feel the rhythm. It will feel harder towards the end. Remember, it's aerobic, building that base. An extra little session this week. It's an optional one, but if you've opted for it, let's do it justice. Trying to protect my bike from the old drips of sweat. Wrap your towel around. Seven minutes left of this effort. And we can drop it down a little. Just feeling a little harder now. Coming up towards that 7, I suppose. If I had to push it up another gear, I'd be puffing. Puffing, puffing. Nice and smooth, nice and steady. 23, 24 minutes into the session. It's only 16 left. Well done everyone, over halfway. Woo-hoo! We're smashing it. Keep watching these YouTube clips. Some of these characters are so larger than life. Not quite sure I've got it. Don't forget to drink. This is to replace the fluid you lost. Keep an eye on Kate's niche if you've got one. Don't let it drop now. Doing brilliantly. Now if you're in a hot room, your heart rate might elevate. I didn't turn the fan on because it's too cold when I started. Now it's boiling. So working to power and RP is essential, even though in a hot room, your rate of perceived exertion will go up. Brilliant, well done. Absolutely fantastic. Three and a half minutes on this effort left. Face is getting redder. I can see yours glowing from here, Pen. Can feel the heat. So you're not the only one. I can promise you that. That's it, fantastic. Check your cadence. We'll do a count now in 2, 1, and count. $23 again. What did you get? In a 15-second count, it's not a massive difference. That little bit of difference, multiplied over time, makes a lot of difference, especially if it takes you that tiny bit more energy to pedal a little bit slower. It's not about the power output at that, it is literally about the cadence. Same cadence, same power, or same power, different cadences, and the evidence shows that once the cadence slows, you waste more energy. Definitely 6.5, closer to 7 now. I've got 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I'm not stressed. Then it gets easier again. So it'll be less power, same cadence. Keep on smiling. It's not a grimace, honestly. Come on, Heather, well done. Catherine, don't let that cadence drop. Going really, really well. Come on, Sarah. You're sticking with us brilliantly. Considering you've only been going for a couple of weeks now, you're doing a fantastic job. Get ready to go a little bit easier. Just one gear. Changing in 5, 3, 2, 1. Let's go a little bit easier. Excellent. Now if you work into power, you've got big jumps in your gear ratios, you might actually have to lift your cadence a little bit more. So for me to hit the power target, only changing one gear, I'm going to have to pedal just a little bit faster. There you go, I said I'd throw a couple of songs in there somewhere. Brilliant. If you're happy just to keep working on focusing on getting that 80 plus to 90, maybe even 95, the choice is yours. You've got a cadence meter, keep an eye on it. If you're going to count, you have to divide what your target is by 4. We're going to do a count in 2, 1, and count. Okay, so I have to do 30 to actually hit my cadence there. So I'm doing a cadence of 120 at the moment to hit the power target. So don't stress if you're not hitting it. And that's the difference of one gear. Because my gear jumps are quite big. Yours are tighter, it might be more realistic. But just maintain the cadence. Power targets are not really the issue today. It's about an aerobic base. So as long as you're working about 5, 4 or 5, then you're working your aerobic base. For that one, and somewhere in the middle. Get ready to count, and count. So I'm on 100 now. So I've managed to stay within the zone and be on 100. So easy to go over, it's so easy to go under. Anything over 80 and you're doing well. Hold on to it through to the end. Have a drink. spinning, nice and easy. You've got some good pop dance music on. They tend to be 180 beats per minute. So see if you can match the rhythm. No slow songs now. 8-bar beat, I think it's known as. You math musical people out there could probably correct me on that. Well done, we're nearly there, guys. Absolutely fantastic. Keep them spinning. Feeling good. Looking sweaty. Come on, Joe. I know I haven't given you a shout out all session. Quietly sitting there, waiting patiently. Minute and a half left. Sweat in the eyes. Good. That's it, you're there. Spinning brilliantly. Well done, Glyn. See those legs turning, we're nearly at the end of the session. Awesome. So proud of you guys. Doing so well. Nearly there. "30 seconds to our cool down. Short and sweet, lovely session. Just relax those legs, take off the pressure if needs be, and just let them spin. Well done, everybody. Not going to do the stretch on the bike today. In 2.5 minutes, we'll probably only just about get through the neck. So I want you to get off, and don't forget, a short stretch will make all the difference. It's all about those marginal gains. You do a little bit every day, it really will stop you seizing up. And if we seize up, it's going to affect our training, and we don't want that. Absolutely brilliant, well done. Last minute and a half. Just let those legs spin, don't worry about power, don't worry about cadence for this bit. Brilliant. I feel my neck and shoulders are going to need a nice stretch. All these swim sessions, I hope you're doing them too. Now make sure you comment on my YouTube channel, please, please, please. Brenta seems to be the only one adding little comments to my YouTube channel, and TryDog88, thank you for your comments. They really are appreciated. It's just great to know that the sessions are working for you. The evidence for most of you in your results, you're doing absolutely brilliantly. So very proud of you. 30 seconds left. Well done. Okay, your window of opportunity for getting the best out of your food is 20 minutes after exercise. That's in the EPOC stage, or the lactic acid stage, your fast recovery stage. During this stage, you replenish your ATP PC, your myoglobin stores get restocked with oxygen, your carbon dioxide is shuttled away, and your lactic acid is shuttled too. Keeping it going. Oops. That's it, we're almost there. Well, actually we are there. And stop your clocks. Well done. So if we can restart replenishing our glycogen stores as soon as possible, making sure that we're taking in enough calories is going to be the focus for the next few weeks. So we'll see how we go. At the moment, I'm 8 stone 10. Be interesting to see what happens. Take care now. Bye-bye.